season didn't start well for Ian Dowie's men, and against Bolton they had a man sent off for the second time in 8 days. Then they conceded a penalty.
You're thinking, what have you done? What fates have conspired against you? It's one of them things when you play, like, what is it, 370 minutes of football and you play 140 of it with 10 men, you're thinking, what have you done? And then you've got Man United in the middle of that. So you can worry about it. What I do believe, I thought it was a huge testimony of the lads' spirit in their game against Bolton.
Scott Carthen's penalty save was the turning point as Charlton went on to pick up their first 3 points.
You know, I've always said this many a time, that if you sometimes in adversity that some good things come out. So, you know, we've got an adverse injury scene at the moment, and I'm looking for people to step forward and step up to the plate and make statements about what they can add to the team, and that's what the squads are all about.
And right now he needs a big squad. 3 of his 9 new signings were injured on Saturday. Jimmy Traore will miss at least 6 weeks with a hairline fracture of his left leg, while Suleiman Diawara will miss 4 weeks, and Andy Reid another 2, both with hamstring problems. Couple that with Jonathan Fortune's broken toe and Gonzalo Sorondo's small break in his backbone, then add on Herman Hreidarsson, who's still serving his 3-match ban for his red card against Bolton, and Dowie is without 5 defenders.
From being nice and comfortable in that area, we're now bare bones. So if I shed a couple of stone, I might get run out myself.
Let's hope things don't get that bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
How was Chelsea? So do you think that was a fair result in the end?
I suppose if you looked at attempts on target, you know, then maybe that's so. But I think second half, you know, to go to Chelsea and do what we did, second half, and in light of the fact that also we lost 3 big signings.
No less than 6 of Dowie's buys started the game against Chelsea as Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank got off the mark for his new club, but didn't forget his old club. And Scott Carthen saved his second penalty of the season.
The boys are bedded in slowly but surely. I think it's going to take time to gel. But, you know, all I felt was we needed to, I think as Alan probably did, that we needed to make it just change around in personnel and just freshen things up a bit. I think when we ever do that, so we've tried a bit more athleticism to the team.
Is there any one thing that you'd noticed? I mean, obviously with Palace you came up for a season and went down again, but here you are an established Premiership side. What have you noticed the differences?
I think in any new job you've got to come in and players have got to believe you know what you're talking about on the football field. If you don't, you're dead in the water. That's the truth of the matter, and you know that can happen. You can all make bad decisions, and you know I'm sure I've made them already in my time at Charlton. But if they're done in the right fashion, they're done honestly, I don't think anyone complains. When
you look at Portsmouth on Saturday, I mean, I guess you've seen the videos. You've worked out why they're not conceding any goals, any goals at all.
Well, you know, to be fair, I think Dowie James has been underrated as a keeper. I think he's a good keeper. You know, I've always said that all along. You know, and people say he probably saves 10, 15, 20 chances a season because he comes to the balls. You know, so I think he should be applauded for that. And I think he's a very, very good keeper.
He says Charlton have been disappointing in 10-minute spells during games, which they'll have to cut out if we're going to see his customary celebration after playing this season's surprise package.